Hello, this is the Eradicator, and welcome to this channel. Today we're going to react on the latest episode of Around the Verse, and we're going to talk about what was featured in the show today, which was presented by Eric Karen Davis, the LA studio producer, and George Herman, a character art director. And there's really a purpose for that. Multiple purposes, actually. First, we're going to talk about the first images that are available in this video. And they didn't mention it, but it's pretty obvious that we're here. We have a display of what the future DNA character customization is going to look like, and it's looking pretty fantastic, to be honest. I cannot wait to be able to customly design my player character who is going to look just like me, of course, or maybe not. Maybe I'll have a female character. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, lots of different variety. There's a couple of guys that look pretty different. There's like an Indian guy with an Indian-looking guy with red eyes and white hair. It's pretty cool, really cool. What else do we have? Some kind of badass. Actually, I have a friend. This guy looks like someone I know from Wales. I'll actually send him the video. But it looks like this virtual doppelganger. Darren, if you're watching this video, yeah, this is you. What are you doing here? And there's another guy. This guy looks more like a Maghrebine / Arabic type, but yeah, it's pretty cool to have all that diversity. Being when I talk about diversity, is the diversity of faces. How it doesn't need to be all these 9 standard faces that we're having right now. We can. It seems like with this new tool, we're going to be able to design whatever character we want according to whatever trait we want them to have, and that's really awesome. So yeah, I was pretty fired up by the introduction of this Around the Verse. Now next we'll have the usual community fluff. I don't think that's worth mentioning. But then we are moving on to the hoverbags. Especially we're talking today about the caterpillar. Not the caterpillar, the dragonfly. Sorry. Oh, these insect names. Gosh. So we're talking about the dragonfly. And apparently, what they're saying is they had issues with a new flight model and the hoverbags because the way they're flying technically, but it's not like the spaceships at all. It's completely different. It's linked to the ground. So they've decided to make them fly. Or at least to make them hover. I suppose they decided to make them hover in a similar way that jet skis are hovering over the sea, so to speak. So there's going to be the same type of inertia. And the thrusters are going to try to replicate these feelings. There's been some interesting footage on how it looks like, and I have to say it's pretty convincing. They were explaining with the past models. So the very first model was way too forgiving, and it was just flying over anything. And the current model we have with these hoverbags is that it's very sensible to the terrain. Let's say, for example, you cannot fly over rocks. You have to go around them and really pay attention when you're piloting. So it's going to be a little bit more forgiving in the sense that, for example, if you're pressing space, you'll be able to hover around rocks, which is actually something that's not possible right now. Yeah, I cannot wait to try. I have a Dragonfly. I'm definitely going to try that with a new flight model outside of Lorville. Now, the next thing that they were showing were female player characters, which is also something that I'm really looking forward to. Maybe I'll create an Eradicator rat. I don't know, with big boobs and a nice little. Anyway, we'll see. Just for fun. Before there's a server reset. Anyway, so they were explaining why the skeleton cannot be the same, because otherwise the female character just looks too manly and it's not realistic. So that's not something they want. So they actually hired actresses to do all the same animations that we have right now with the male player characters and do them all over with female characters, whether it's shooting, walking, running, riding a bike. It's all different. and they had to work on that. This took a lot of time. But it seems like they're really about to be ready. Guys, we still have, we have about 2 months to go, so it's a long time. But I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys, you girls out there. I know there's not a lot. I was checking my YouTube viewer data, and I had like 99.999% of men watching this channel. But I know there are a few girls out there who are going to play the female player character, and I'm looking forward to seeing you girls out there in a verse with a proper avatar. Now, finally, at the end, we had a look at the moons of. What's the name of that planet? The city planet. Arcorp. There you go. Sorry about this. So we had a look at moons of Lyria, and what are the moons of Arcorp? These nice little icy world, especially I think that's Walla, the one that we're seeing right now. It looks like it has some ice pool. I really like this blue hue that they're using. It looks very alien. And it's a completely different feeling that what we currently have on Yela. Yeah, very interesting. And the next one, wait, the next one, I forgot the name. I'll put it in the video. There you go. All right. So the next one, it seems like it's still in the gray box phase. As you can see, the textures have not been implemented, but they want to show. Well, that's not going to be how it's looking. This is gray box, right? It definitely looks like, because it's all gray. There's no color. But what I wanted to show was that it's going to have more like crystals and quartz. And I cannot wait for the explanation. Why is it like that? Is it some kind of geological feature? Is it tidal forces with Arcorp? I don't know. We're going to see. It's going to be very interesting. And well, that was all for this episode. This episode was definitely much more interesting than the one we had last week. Obviously, the staff at CIG is back from holiday. They're working hard again on the project, and I'm pretty confident we're going to see more and more interesting content on ATV in the upcoming weeks. That's all for today's show. Probably there's going to be another one. We're going to see. Maybe I'll upload another video. Anyway, this was the Eradicator, and I'm signing out.